Another topic that I kind of wanted to dive into, heading into college football season is that if you look at the top 25, we're going to get some great games. We're going to get some great games this year in college football. And the reason for that is because we have a lot of great quarterbacks. So I kind of want to go through some of the top quarterback battles we're going to see this year in college football, right? And it all starts week one. Week one, we get Texas, Ohio State. We get Arch Manning versus probably Julian Sain for Ohio State. Both quarterbacks were top quarterbacks coming out their year, getting their first start. It's going to be interesting to see how that pans out. On the other side of the spectrum, later that night, you get LSU versus Clemson, the battle of Death Valley, the battle of actually experienced quarterbacks, in that system, for multiple years. Now, how does it pan out when they're going to be arguably probably the top two quarterbacks going into the draft, at least according to sources? That's going to be a great game to cap week one. Week four, Florida versus Carson Beck. We've seen this story before with Florida, Georgia, except now Carson Beck is on the island. Carson Beck is set to lead his team, or what we think he might do, and try to lead his team in Miami. What's that gonna look like? DJ Lagway, right? You're the guy now. DJ Sling, that thing is in the building. So we're gonna see how this pans out. I think Florida has a much better chance this year than they did week 0 last year versus Miami and Cam Ward. Week 5, the whiteout game. And this is gonna be a beautiful one. DJ Moore in Oregon go to Penn State and face Drew Aller. This is going to be Penn State's first true test of experience, of caliber, of what the future could look like. All right, now I'm not saying a loss here for either team is going to deem their season, but it's going to be a nice measuring point to see how good Penn State is and how good Oregon is too, right? Week 6, again, DJ Lagway and the Florida Gators play Arch Manning in Texas. We welcome Arch to the swamp where Gators only get out alive. That's going to be an interesting battle. And Arch is going to be tested in road games. He goes to Ohio State week 1. He goes to Florida. We're going to see the caliber of Arch versus some real competition, not the University of Louisiana Monroe type of teams. All right. Week 7, Lenora Sellers versus Gus Nussmeier. South Carolina versus LSU. We saw how this ended last year. Lenora Sellers got hurt. Backup came in. They didn't finish the deal. LSU comes back, wins the game by 3 points. Now they got to go to Death Valley. What's that going to look like? Can Lenora Sellers pull this off if healthy? And are we going to get another great QB matchup? I think we are. That's another one to keep an eye out for. Week 10, Ohio State versus Penn State. Drew Aller versus Julian Sain, right? Can Penn State finally get over the hump and beat an Ohio State team in the shoe? We're going to see how that pans out. A couple weeks later, we get Penn State versus Nebraska. Drew Aller versus Dylan Raiola, the prodigy of Nebraska, right? The guy that's supposed to be the savior in Nebraska, right? Hosting Penn State. What's that going to look like? All right, I'm sure Busting with the Boys and Will Compton's going to be excited for that one, right? So that's going to be a good one to keep an eye out for. And lastly, week 14, rivalry game, Clemson versus South Carolina and Lenora Sellers. That's going to be a beauty. That game's going to have playoff implications. One way or another, that game's going to have playoff implications. I'm going to decide to see how that pans out. So, locker room, you know how this works, right? Drop a comment, talk shit. Let me know what you guys think, what you're expecting from these quarterbacks, right? And these QB battles and what we're going to see this season as we are about 2 weeks away from week 0, kicking off college football. I'm so excited, right? Tune in, subscribe to the channel, drop a comment. Let's talk college football, and we're here. We're here, baby.